Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to Live from Zarlof, a bi-weekly improv newscast from the depths of space, and delivered to your ugly front door by Shoulder Knife. At this time, we ask that you relax, boot up your improbability drive, and enjoy. Long live Zarlof!
Good evening, subjects of the Empire. You are listening to Live from Zarlof at your number one resource for breaking news. I'm Herc Dercules.
And I'm Ron Spackman.
And it is our honor to bring you tonight's top stories from across the cosmos.
And it is. But we have to address the elephantarius in the room, if we're being completely honest with you. We appreciate that you did follow through on the survey thing. We did ask. That is something we asked for.
Wish we hadn't done that.
Wish we hadn't, because we learned that apparently the survey allows you to have negative votes, anti-votes as you were, and both of us received hundreds of anti-votes.
768 for Herc.
Yes,
but
mine was...
negative.
282, I believe. A negative 282. And
mine was much worse.
Yeah, they're not digging you these days, Herc. But
what's wrong with old Herc? Send me an email and let me know what's wrong with Herc. Thank you.
That said, Herc's salary was adjusted accordingly to compensate for the survey results, as was mine. And frankly, I wasn't exactly getting a dynamite paycheck as it is, so...
I have to pay Live from Zarlof to be here right now, so if you want to help me out, I am bleeding credits.
And I can afford about 2 loaves of bread per week right now, so thank you for the survey. All that to say, however, we had to get intuitive, ingenuitive.
That means be smart.
That's right. And the way we figured this out is, well, there's all manner of brilliant corporations here on Zarlof and across the cosmos, so why not get a little brand deal? Because we need to get paid. And that is why I am so pleased to announce our first corporate sponsor.
Yay!
Bring him on in.
Yeah, come on in
Open the door for him, Tomlin.
Here's the door. Get him, Tomlin.
Well, hello there, gents.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you.
It's good to see you. You feeling okay? Just clearing the throat. You're
yes,
all right.
Yes, very good. My name is Lonabar Ocreon. I'm the creator and CEO of Souply Soups.
Souply Soup.
Souply Soups. We specialize in soups, actually.
Interesting. I wouldn't have picked that up from the name.
Not to brag, but I'm a bit of an expert in the soup area myself.
Well, see, that's very interesting that you bring that up, because I am very familiar with who you are, because this is my favorite show.
Oh, flattery.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Are you saying that?
I did like it much more previously when there were other hosts. But
rest in peace,
you gentlemen. Yes, rest in peace indeed. You gentlemen are growing on me, though.
Well, that's good.
In my case, that is part of my life cycle. I do begin to create spores on other species that makes me live eternally.
Ron, what the hell are you talking about?
No, this is a true thing.
That's
I decay,
do?
but I eventually recreate as a spore on other species. So I may actually be growing on you. This is a real thing. We'll talk about this later. It's great. I might be growing on you.
That's really weird.
So as a corporate sponsor, I thought it would be interesting to come here and tell you about our line of products. And there's one that I'm particularly excited about. And I do believe,
all right.
I do believe that one of you is going to be very interested in. But
Ron, you're going to be so interested in his shoe.
Oh, I'm always interested in
I don't want to give it away.
Oh?
It's not wrong.
It's
not wrong.
It's not. Well,
it's not wrong.
Tomlin,
right.
Do you like soup?
Actually, Tomlin really does like soup.
Oh.
You're familiar with Tomlin?
Hey, you know Tomlin.
Well, when you guys were doing your chat before.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Tomlin and I having a bit of a chat.
Yes.
He knows exactly what's going on here today.
That's good. I feel like I'm going to accidentally mimic your accent at some point, and I want that I'm just going to put it out there right now. That might happen, and I don't want you to be offended. Because I like soup as much as the next guy, and I will be soup.
I would never be offended.
There's nothing as contagious as a tycoon.
It's flattery, honestly. If you start sounding like me, you're going to make me think that I'm as popular as that gentleman from the documentary you're always talking about.
As Coop. Oh, I love Coop. We haven't talked about Coop in a while.
We all love Coop, so...
I can ramble on about Coop.
I was going
You
to say...
want to hear something?
Yes. Oh,
You want to hear something about Coop? Coop drives an old Ford pickup truck into a bunch of corn.
Is that like an Earth vehicle?
Yeah, it's like built Ford tough.
Yeah, Starship, but...
I have an XT3000K.
Whoa!
Oh, the money's been
Very
good.
That's good. The shoe
Give me
business
the
is
name
good.
one more time. I'm so sorry.
XT3000K.
Yes. Beautiful machine.
That
Beautiful
is,
machine.
I've seen maybe 2 of those in my entire lifetime of 10 years.
And the amount of corn you could knock over.
It's a lot, way more than Coop. You got like 2,000 stocks.
Now, corn is something I do know a bit about.
Is it in the soup?
Yes,
Is it
no,
in the-
we do have corn chowder. Now, I do want to take you through exactly what it is that my planet is about, because, of course, I am a soupling from the planet Souply. Do you know about the planet Souply?
I thought it was just a myth.
It's not a myth.
You're saying there's
All right, so-
a whole planet.
A whole planet of soup. Now, listen. On Earth, so I've been told, they have these things called hot springs.
Yes.
People will go
yes.
on vacation to soak in lime hot water.
At least turn it into tea. Like, you got the facilities.
That would be a
just
great
do
idea.
it.
Souply, very strange, natural soup quells.
Oh.
That sounds like my
It comes
dream
up-
afterlife.
We don't even have to make the recipes for most of our products. They come out of the ground. This is about as rare as decency. The fact that this exists is incredible in the universe.
Can you give us some of the tasty, not recipes? You said you don't even have to.
Well, we
some
do
of the
make some
flavors,
recipes
yeah.
because we are trying to branch out into the rest of the universe.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
But let me give you some of the ones that are naturally occurring on our planet.
Please.
Right? We've got, of course, the famous Bleako soup.
Bleako soup.
You've all had that.
Oh, I like
The
Bleako.
Earthlings would equate it to sort of a lobster bisque.
Send us an email if you like lobster bisque,
I
because you
dated
might like
lobster.
Bleako.
All right, I'm just going to read them off here. We got Kickatoo, Vippo, Tielik,
Oh,
tomato, French onion. Of course, this is related to the famous Earth delicacy French fries.
Right.
oh yes,
Which we all know about.
Yeah,
Made of
we know
French,
about those.
yes.
They're making their way out here.
Then there's, of course, the Kepa Ra 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 soup.
Keppa keppa rah rah rah.
A cousin to the famous Kappa Kappa Jabba Jabba Yabba Yabba soup.
Yes, that sounds
Exactly.
very familiar.
Beef stew and dodo bird.
Dodo bird. That's right. For Earthlings who may not know, dodo birds are extremely common in the rest of the cosmos, and you all just... I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You messed up. I don't know how you did it, but
Actually,
they
there's
are...
a lot of things that Earth has messed up on.
They breed like rabbits.
The number of species that have been on Earth that are no more, that we have plentiful in the rest of the universe, is astounding.
I'll be completely honest. I don't know how you did it. I could try
how'd you
day
do
and
it?
night to try and eliminate a stack of dodo birds from my home. It would take me maybe a lifetime.
Send us an email if you want us to take out a stack of dodo birds. We couldn't extinct them if we tried. Anyway, I'm really enjoying the soup talk.
He's a big soup guy. Honestly, this is a brand deal made in heaven.
I'm literally going to be a big soup guy.
Well,
Oh, right, so that's exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have placed here in front of you, we'll just remove this cloth.
Oh, steamy.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's got some nice...
I have here 2 bowls of soup. They both are Globon soup. Now, I understand
Oh, yes.
that what we have here is a bit of a conundrum because, as you know, according to your family history that when someone turns into soup, it is required by law that 50% of the body is consumed by family members.
That's the rule.
So this is
I
very
don't make the
difficult to
rules.
come by. Did you know that 1 can of Globon soup costs 10,000 credits? This is a rich man's soup.
I had
Well, it's
no
because
idea.
it's like selling a kidney. How did you get this much Global
Right?
soup?
This smells
Because
incredible.
people donate it to us the way people donate bodies to science.
You're a soup donor.
That is more all right with me than
And they
I
get a
think
tax
any other
break.
tax break. Are you saying that my hypothetical family, which no longer will exist because the plate of Mormon wiener sausages left me for microwave, you're saying that if that theoretical family I might have, if I had died, they could have gotten a tax break by giving me to soup science?
Not all of you.
Half of...
Half. Yes,
See, there it
half
was.
of you.
I started to do your accent for a second.
Contagious.
Just for a second.
You know what? I've ignored something for weeks, and I'll finally bite. How are you gonna make kids with a plate of Mormon wiener sausages? I'll bite. Fine. How?
Kids listen to our
question.
show.
Well,
So, what we have here is I'm trying to meet the rest of the universe in the middle. We have 1 bowl of real Globon soup. We have 1 bowl of synthetic Globon soup.
Okay.
Now,
hold
wait. I know this is controversial.
I'll let you finish, but what the
I do
hell?
want you to know that Tomlin has tasted both of these, and Tomlin said it tastes just like the real thing. Did you know that Tomlin has had Globon soup on more than 1 occasion? In fact, it's his every Christmas family meal for him.
and he didn't share with me.
He didn't want you to know how rich he was.
Tomlin, are you... Just 1 second. Tomlin, do you have Glorabon soup in the break room right now? He's shaking his head yes.
Unbelievable.
It's been here. My people are in the building. I
the-
thought I was the only one.
I thought I was gonna be waiting another 4 years before getting a taste.
Here's the
It's the
thing,
last thing
you-
on my
nobody's
checklist.
gonna
You
taste
are going
better than
to
me,
get to
but-
try it today.
Excellent.
Wait, don't jump on it.
Yeah, let's have some respect.
The bottom of the bowls are labeled. You both have to guess which is the real one and which is the fake one.
You see, I'm a little torn up because usually if a Glorabonian consumes another Glorabonian, it's gonna be one of their family members. I'm a little... I don't know who this is, and I'm a little... I mean,
Yes,
but
but
what
you've
if I don't
had
have
it
the
at least
synthetic?
4 times. I know for a fact that all 4 of your grandparents are dead.
How'd you know that?
Because Globonians only live to 15. You are 10, and I've met your parents.
Yeah, you got me. That's true. I just wanted to test my soup feed.
In fact,
On the other
your
side.
father
Oh.
signed a contract
Oh.
for half your grandfather.
You met my father, who left me when I was a little Glorabonian, and he signed a contract? Tell me more about this contract, please.
And while you do this, I'm gonna blow bubbles in this soup.
It's a great pastime. There is nothing I'm holding against you right now. That's gonna be some delicious bubbles.
I will admit, maybe this man was a grifter and he wasn't really your father because I did not know your father left you, but he did tell me, and perhaps he wanted the fame of the great Herc Dercules.
That's me.
He did say he was your father.
And you know what? My father was a tenacious grifter, so it probably is him. He spat me out of his mouth and he wanted nothing to do with me after that. And he goes and signs a contract with the biggest soup company this side of space.
Well, only for half your grandfather.
How does she look? How?
Your father, your grandfather. This is your grandfather.
Yeah, my
I can tell you how your grandfather looks.
Oh!
He looks delicious, is what he looks.
If it's my
Or
grandfather...
is that the synthetic one? You don't know.
I'm gonna get into
one
it.
of these.
Discuss amongst yourselves. I'm getting into this.
My
ahead, take a
grandfather
bite.
probably tastes delicious. He lived a long, full 15-year life. How is that, Ron? How is it?
That is so incredibly good. There's
I'm
simply
going to take a
no
little
way.
bit of a spoon here.
Take a bit of a spoon.
There's simply no way That can be synthetic. That has to be what I've been chasing.
I feel like
Try the other one.
I feel like I need to be the final word because I've had some Globon before. I ate both my grandmothers.
I'm not even going to unpack that.
Did you just try the other one, or are
I
you
did
still
try
trying
the
to...
other one, and here's the thing.
What
Here's
is it?
what's throwing me in.
Please tell me.
Incredibly similar taste. They have different memories.
Tell me about the memories, Ron.
Right. So when I taste this, I see a man by a river.
The one on the right or the one on the left?
The one on the left.
The one
Sorry,
on the
one
left.
on the left
is what you're describing.
Yes, there's the blue label underneath. I can't tell what it says, but there's a
Okay.
blue label
Blue
underneath.
left.
This one I'm
Both the
getting...
labels are blue. It was just some painter's tape.
Oh,
I
painter's
see.
tape is just the left one.
I see. The lefty. Well, the lefty, I see an older Glorbanian by the river. He is beating a child.
That child might have been either me or my father.
Is
hard
that
to say.
reading Granddad?
That's
Yeah.
reading Granddad.
All right. And the other one is mostly knitting with some weird stuff that I don't really want to talk about mixed in.
Kind of seems like maybe the right one is the synthetic then.
Well, here's the thing, though. That also feels like an incredibly grounded memory. Knitting? How do you fake knitting?
Do you
the
wanna-
memory of knitting.
Do you want to know what my grandfather's hobbies were?
Other than beating children by a river?
That was number one.
Right. What were his dual passions?
My grandfather's other passion was scratching his balls.
A man of
His tentacle
multiple talents.
balls. Yeah.
Oh.
He enjoyed the sport.
You
What
see
did
how there was a misdirect based on last week's episode.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean?
Breaking news! At some point, I had to get around to it. You know how it is. I can't forsake my two-bread salary that I'm on right now.
Because of our news show?
We'll fix that here in a bit.
Oh. Ooh.
The two bread salary.
Two bread chowder.
I love
We got
a
a big deal
tycoon.
coming up.
The
I like it.
soup is really just that good. It is simply delicious. If I keep hyping it up, do I get paid more?
Depends on how many sales we have on Earth.
That's true. It's kind of a, not a commission, but there's some give and take there, I think. Yeah.
I'd marry this soup if I could,
Oh, listen to that, Earth.
Sounds great to me.
Soup souply.
and I might find a way. Our breaking news! Box office records are being smashed across the cosmos by the little movie that could. Jumanji Gigi is a film about a board game that gets sucked into a middle-class family. The game has to overcome various challenges to find their escape, including navigating a divorce, the loss of a family pet, and puberty. Now, Mr. Tycoon, forgive me, I forgot your name after I saw how much you were going to pay me for this, but have you had the
Lonabar
chance to...
Ocreon.
Ocreon, Mr. Ocreon, have you had the chance to see it? I don't want to spoil anything.
No, but I do remember my own puberty.
Your puberty,
Yeah,
yes.
about
What was that
900
like?
years ago.
900.
You also are very old, are you not?
I've aged significantly, yes.
You
I'm about-
must be more than 600 years old, if I remember stories I've heard you tell.
It's been a while since the tube for you, yeah.
It's
Well, but
750.
you talked about the integration of your people into Zarloff.
Which was 600 years ago, yes. So it was...
Right.
I'm about...
I do remember that episode, so...
750, I believe, is about where I'm at. you know?
This is
So
what
really,
happens when you listen to
you
every
and
episode.
I are sitting here with a baby.
With a child, an
a
infant.
baby.
I have
An
never
absolute
denied-
baby.
I have never
You're a
denied-
tiny little baby.
Little baby boy.
I've never denied what a tiny little baby I am.
You know what? I didn't realize until I was in the presence of another fully grown creature that I am not an anchor. I am a babysitter. I'm over here thinking I'm doing the news. I'm giving out free childcare.
Can we get a bit of perspective here? You are 600 years old in the
No,
life
that's
of a
not
woman.
what I said.
Yeah,
750.
750. I'm listening.
Children don't listen.
Careful the things you say. Children might listen.
Children might listen.
I
Careful
love...
the things you do. Children will see.
Is that the...
Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah, Ron is a big musical theater buff. Anyway, context. The context that we are missing. Ron is 750 out of the life of a Gomodian who will live to maybe a solid 1,400 years.
Yeah.
I am a Gomodian who is 10 years old who will live to 15. If we want to approximate our ages in the life cycle of a Gomodian, that would make me about 300-400 years older than Ron Spackman.
So we're going to give you the dog years treatment.
Ron Spackman is a baby
I just
Everybody
need to
say
know.
it with me.
No, he's not a baby. I
Oh
need
my
to
God,
know. Do you
help me out.
experience time differently? Does time move slowly to make you feel like you're living a full life?
I'm a vigilante. I am a news anchor. I've dated 30 wiener sausages. I feel like my life is full as hell.
I mean, I probably shouldn't say this right now, Ron, but honestly, if we just wait about 5 years, you can get all the money.
You know, I can make it till then.
Plus, I think we could actually make soup out of him.
Well, that's what I was actually going to ask about next. Would you be able to season? Because whatever this is, honestly, half the joy is the taste.
I have loving family who
Yes.
would very much like to eat every bit of me.
Well, maybe
except
I'll
for the
give them a-
small bit that I've promised to Ron.
Well, maybe I'll give them a little taste. Here's the thing. It's contractual that I get most of them, and obviously the delicious gland is still marinating. He's still fermenting.
Yeah.
But
Those thighs were the
my
hardest
thigh.
thing to imitate.
I imagine. And you did it so
That's the taste
incredibly,
gland. How
incredibly
the
well.
hell did you manage that?
No. Either way, I think half the joy is going to be the taste. The other half is going to be the memories. I want to see life through his eyes as I drink him as a soup.
You're gonna see some dark stuff. Sexually, vigilantly, just being inside my head for a day, I think would crack Ron Spackman right down the middle.
Well, here's a question then, if I may be
Yes,
so
go for it.
bold. Since we have this arrangement, you and I and us, and it seems like it'll delay another 5 years or so, which sounds great to me. Is there a way I could get a synthetic Herc Dercules soup, just a sample, just as a little appetizer in advance? Is this possible? It's a big ask, I know. It's a huge ask.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And with that, let's get some breaking news. In current events, the Zarlofian High Council is pushing to make the wider galaxy a more inclusive and hospitable place for all of us. As part of the new and aptly named Friendly Galaxy initiative, the Council is taking polls from our citizens across the cosmos to rename historically problematic planets in an effort to give these worlds a new start, so to speak.
Lovely.
After several weeks of rebellious acts headed by celebrities like that little twink, Timothée Chalamet, the planet Earth is the top trending planet in the polls. Currently, the top voted names to replace Earth are as such: Toilet World, Smork, and the planet with light fixtures that look like titties. Over to you, Ron and Soup Guy.
I do like smoke.
Smork has a certain cadence to it.
It's second place, but I think it can go all the way.
When I'm passing by and I see the green and the blue, I think, Smork?
Smork?
Makes sense. Short,
Tickles the
succinct.
brain. It is simple. Like Earth is like Earth.
Yeah. It doesn't feel natural. If you made me name it, what comes to mind when I drive past? Other than Smork.
Not Smork. What is it?
Obviously, to put it a little closer to home, I drive past, I see the edge of Florida. My heart goes, I should name that planet. Why? You promised me good. You promised good things and you took them away.
It's because of the trains.
Yeah.
You know what I
the
think?
old
Yeah,
Okefenokee.
the Okefenokee Swamp. You know what I think when I pass Earth? I think, look at that ball. Look at that. Look at that ball down there.
He's
Look,
got no imagination.
people on the ball.
Is it because his father didn't
Coop
love
lives
him?
there and he's driving through corn on the ball. I'm going to put that as an entry on the poll. Everything I just said.
I think his father... Here's the thing.
Let's not talk about my dad. My dad.
Glorbonians, right? They've got this thing where it's like, yes, you get spewed out of a parent, some orifice or whatever, right?
My dad's mouth. Let's be specific.
Okay, in his case. And not only do you as an individual come out of the mouth, but over the next 3 or 4 days, you get certain personality traits in the form of a food. So it might be a zucchini that comes out of his father the next day, and that helps him develop a sense of confidence, or maybe athleticism. In his case, his father dipped immediately, so he got nothing.
That's why I'm so little. I'm only a few inches shorter than, like, the average Glorbonian, but, little.
Honestly, your 3 feet would only yield about 14 gallons of soup.
But wouldn't they just be the best 14 gallons you've ever tasted with all my daddy
Yes,
issues
but
mixed
think
in
about
there?
one of those 9-foot tall Globonians.
I mean, I don't know about
That's 50
they're-
gallons of soup.
They're not all that. They're honestly, I think maybe they taste worse because the gland is having to do more work. It's spread thin across a.
Oh, the gland is huge, Herc. What are you talking about? This sounds incredible.
But
50 gallons?
Imagine the whole gland inside me versus the 9-foot Glorabon. It's concentrated in me. It's been going round and round a smaller circuit. I'm making a lot of scientific sense, I think.
I'm sure you are. Here's the thing, though. What I'm realizing now is my chief motivation, as I'm basically being paid pennies to work alongside a creature I babysit, now that I see, if I were to host my own program
Well, no,
with
that's
you
not.
as corporate
I must say
sponsor-
that is not. I did not come here in order to cause any trouble.
Of course.
Between the two of you,
Of
the
course.
show is great with the two of you.
The soup is getting in between us, and I'm ashamed.
It's possibly my fault. I did not mean for any of this to happen.
No, you're fine.
no.
Honestly, you've been delightful. I wouldn't worry about it.
honestly, I wanted you to taste the soup, and
I
this
still
has got the
haven't
bit out
tasted
of
it. It's
hand,
right
and
here. I didn't drink
I'm
all of
not
it.
going to say I feel uncomfortable, but I think I did this to myself.
No. This was us. I slipped up here. I sometimes tend to get aggressive. It's a fault of mine. I do have a question purely for you. And when you see Earth, when you pass by and you see that little planet, what would you call it, Mr. Ocreon? Yes?
Ocreon.
Ocreon.
You were really close, though.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah,
He's bad with names.
yeah
isn't he?
no, he's terrible.
How about you and I have a little conversation?
Let's
for
have a
bit? Yeah.
chat.
You know how Ron thinks that he can say anything?
Oh, he
Always
really,
gets it wrong.
he's milking it, too. He thinks
Absolutely.
he's got
Always
it
wrong.
down. Yep.
No,
I
he-
know exactly what. He just,
Absolutely cocky.
It was the time he went
And he likes to talk about how he has so many eyeballs because he had carrots in his tube.
That's right. Carrots in the tubes. He talks about his big old house. So many rooms. I don't care.
Do you know most Gomodians actually have 10 eyes?
Yeah, I've heard
This fool
that.
only
He's
has
making
5.
fun of me for
He has
being
5.
3 feet tall.
He has less eyes.
You got half the eyes. I mean, he has half the eyes. He can't hear us. We're whispering.
What are you guys
He is
talking
a
about?
Oh, hey, Ron. Yeah, he doesn't know. You don't know. We weren't talking about anything too serious.
The blue planet. We were talking about the blue planet. What
About
would I
names,
call
yeah,
it?
what were you
I
gonna
would
call
call it lame soup because they're soup.
They got what?
It's
Campbell's?
terrible.
Nobody likes Campbell's. It's too chunky.
You know what they do have, though, is someone very close and near to
There it is. There it is. It's just what we were talking about. Nerby derby
That's what you
derby.
sound like.
Yes, if I can be completely honest, this feels like a very safe space right now. Can I be vulnerable with you guys? You seem trustworthy.
Please, everyone's listening.
I have ragged on Herc very often. I was talking with my therapist. They recommend I do this.
To rag on me.
Well, yes, that as well, but also to be vulnerable with maybe why I do so.
Sure, yeah.
Obviously, it takes 2 creatures to create something for the tube, and my father dipped the moment I went into the tube as well. It would have been
Ron.
just many moons ago.
We
but
never talked about this. Oh my gosh, I
yes,
didn't
but-
know that.
I guess what I learned from it, my big takeaway from it, is that you may not have a dad. You know, you may not have a father figure to steer you in the way, but you might end up encountering delicious soups that are worth eating anywhere in the cosmos, no matter what. Delicious soup.
Can I try the soup now? I think
By all
I think
means,
this is a
it's
big
delicious.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I need to know what you think.
It's delicious.
All right, here, have this one first.
Here's the one on the left that Ron said had the beating the child
That was the
memories.
beating the child by the river.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing Granddaddy. I'm seeing. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. I should try the other. I'm pretty sure that first one is probably the real one, but let me try the other one.
Let's get you a new straw. You didn't have to eat the straw with the first one.
Yeah,
Herc.
that's right. It just went right up the gullet. I
Just
didn't even
right
mean
in
to.
there.
It's gonna come out later. It's not gonna feel so good. Okay, here's the one on the right. That is the most diabolical, sinful, piece of crap that I have ever come across. And I've had interactions with Marriage Obama, and I have spewed out of my father's mouth. And that, I'm telling you right now, you cannot shelve this synthetic soup. It does terrible, terrible things.
The knitting one?
You didn't see what I saw, Ron. It wasn't just knitting.
I need to ask you,
Please.
did the soup taste good?
It tasted incredible.
See, that's the thing. That's actually the real soup. So,
Unbelievable.
You're telling me that the one that just made me tweak out so hard is the real one, and the
Yes.
other one, I was seeing visions of myself being beaten. Is that a side effect of the synthetic soup?
And where can I buy that one?
the knitting one is in fact your grandfather, because I don't know if you know this, but your grandfather was a closeted homosexual.
So is that just me being in his head was really throwing me for a loop, just seeing as I'm a heterosexual Glorbonian?
You never knew.
He
Weirdly
never
enough.
told me.
No.
Well, no, it was closeted.
He made a
Sort
couple
of the
generations
definition of it.
It's kind of remarkable that I exist.
He's a deeply closeted Glorbonian.
A lot of
Deeply
people
closeted.
cover their homosexuality through false marriages.
And doors.
That's fair. Glorbonians are famously highly homophobic. Not me.
As for the other soup,
Not me, but other Glorbonians.
the other soup you tasted, you also said was incredible.
Yeah.
And you thought it was your grandfather. So
yeah, I really
think-
thought. I mean,
think-
yeah, go ahead, show that crap.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
was
think
wrong.
it's no.
Make sure you don't turn over those bowls when I leave.
Yeah, we can make that happen for sure. I think it's no small coincidence as well that anytime there's a famous like Glorbonian family reunion, Grinder goes down. Oh, hold on, a little treat from lunch that I forgot.
Yeah, please, let's skip past that last statement.
I had something from a little bit of takeout from Earth using Uber Eats,
What you got?
I'm for sale. You can sponsor me. I don't care who you are. You could kill kids. I'll take the money.
But don't.
Did an alien fly that out to you, or did you go to Earth?
They did. The emissions must have been horrible.
He probably won't go back to Earth for a while. He's burned.
Oh. You have a deep appreciation of the arts and music. Lucky number 7, 14, 25, 29, 32, and 37.
Can I see that?
Yes,
No, it's real.
it's true.
Can I see that?
By all means, I feel comfortable.
That's real.
It's real.
This has been live from Zarloff. I am Herc Dercules.
And I'm Ron Spackman.
And this has been our special guest.
Lonabar, Ocreon. Tomlin, come finish this soup.
Oh, yeah, you come have a bite.
Get you a little something.
Yeah, Tomlin, you deserve it, even though you probably have a whole Tupperware in the fridge. This has been a wonderful episode of Live from Zarloff, and you know what? We're gonna see you next time, baby girl.
This has been Live from Zarloff, a shoulder knife production. Herc Dercules was played by Joey Faggion. Ron Spackman was played by Andrew Faggion. This episode featured special guest Ian Lahlum as Lonabar Ocreon. Art design by Bernadette Schwegel. Audio production by Joey Faggion. Theme music by Andrew Faggion. Want to keep up to date with Shoulder Knife and never miss a new episode? Follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow Live from Zarloff on Spotify and wherever you listen to your podcasts. To support Shoulder Knife and have access to future exclusive content, join our Patreon. Thanks for listening and see you next time.
Now, I do want to take you through exactly what it is that my planet is about, because, of course, I am...
Good start.
I didn't want to mess this up.
You're good.
I was like, I need to get...
Let's run at it. You're good.